Let's go, baby, to the hole in the wall. I've had my best time, y'all. Yes, I did. In the hole in the wall. 3 o'clock in the morning, all the damn clubs are closed. I went to this place, y'all. I didn't want anyone to know. I walked into the room, had my nose in the air. It's 7 in the morning, and I'm still in there. Let's go, baby, to the hole in the wall. Oh, yeah. I've had my best time, y'all. Yes, I did. In the hole in the wall. I took my high-class woman with me the next night. She didn't want to get out of the car. She said it didn't look right. She walked into the room with her nose in the air.
She tell what's up with you, what's happening?
It's 7 in the morning, y'all, and she's still in there. Smoke-filled room, whiskey and chicken wings. People dancing and drinking.
Come on, got the whiskey and chicken wings. Let's go, baby.
And no one wants to leave. Let's go, baby. Oh, yeah. To the hole in the wall. I want to go there. I've had my best time, y'all. Yes, I did. And the hole in the wall.
5 y'all barbecue grills, man. Fire them grills up. Let's get it going. Come on.
For all the workers.
Go get that mesquite grill for me. Come on.
Work 9 to 5.
Hey.
And you want to party.
Hey.
Hey, it's Friday. Let's party tonight. Party, baby. It's Friday. Friday. Gonna party. I'm gonna party and get my groove on. Get my groove on. It's Friday.
Come on, Crown and Coke, baby. Crown and Coke.
Friday. It's Friday, baby. Baby, I'm gonna party to the break of dawn. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I did my work this week. Woo! And baby, I just got paid. Gonna go buy me a fresh pair of Gators with some of the money that I made. Male waiters on the radio singing about the whiskey.
Hey!
I think I'll go by the stove to get me a bottle so I can be ready to get my groove on the dance floor. Baby, baby.
About to get it in, man.
Hurry, stepping right up. See the sun is showing town for only 50 seconds.
Hurry, hurry, before the show begins. My friends, standing on, get your tickets. I hope you will attend. It'll only cost you 50 cents to see what life has done to those like you and me. See the man with the broken heart, you see that he is sad. He hurts so bad, so bad, so bad. See the girl who has lost the only love she ever had. There's got to be no sadder show to see.
This, what it is, Black Street.
my swerve on, full of pure rock. And his hip drop, full and it don't stop. See money looking alright, yeah. What up, Bob? Across the room, throwing signals, I'm throwing them back. Flirting, cause I digs you like that. Pete baby boy style, hoping we match. You said we crown royale with a note attached. I said you look like the type that know what you like. I can tell by the duels you go for the ice. Plus you wear shoes well, the suit flows nice. I don't like the notes too well, let's be more precise. Meet me by the VIP, let's powwow. Whisper in my ear like boom, let's bounce now. I'm about to say peace to my mans for you. When it's all said and done, I got plans for you. He
enjoy. System caught by 4 Chiefs, running like a convoy. Roll till the clock, kind of what a scene. Pulling up with Jodeci, flashing up for 15. My girl, see my gear and notice my grill. Ain't comes a pointing and staring. Carry on and lay back with my chicks. Rackers all the look of me, smooth as flipping. Yeah, my way on the dance floor ripping. Tickets for the cutie, thinking I'm trying to find them. Them is in the front and my back is right behind them. And me, I'm just laying on the brow. God say what's up as the girls cry out. Strap no man, I think you tried to play him. My only thought was to step till I hit him. Cause I came to have a good time. And at the end of the night, no doubt I'm gonna get mine. Cause I don't have to raise my voice to be seen. I maintain, if you know what I mean. Understand I'm not conceited. Father's just mellow, I'm a smooth talk, only a freak. Everything goes. Cause we just die. See all the time. Help your body tonight. Do that dance, baby, do that dance.
Tell me what you want from me. Take a look at what you see. Let me know if this right here is something you can have for years. Tell me what you want from me. Take a look at what you see. Let me know if this right here is something you can have for years.
Now, maybe the man wanna see you doing good. I don't wanna get rich, leave you in the hood. Girl, in my eyes, you the baddest. The reason why I love you, you don't like me cause my status. I don't wanna see you with a carriage, living average. I wanna do my thing so we be established. And I don't want you rocking no fabric. Girl, I wanna give you carriage till you feel you a rabbit. Anything in your path, want you can have. Walk through the mall, if you like it, you can grab. Total it all up and put it on my tab. And then tell your friends all the fun you had.
Tell me what you want from me. Take a look at what you see. Let me know if this right here is something you can have for years. Tell me what you want from me. Take a look at what you see. Let me know if this right here is something you can have for years.
Come on, Faith, let's go.
All the good looking women sing along. I can't hear y'all.
Man, had to let that ride a little bit. That was the song. What's up? What's up? What's happening? What it is. So, y'all know me. I got to start some shit with my videos. That's just me. I don't know. I'm just like that, right? So, Ice Cube is talking to T.I. I'm a bit upset right now because a lot of things are going on that are really affecting the economy. The people, the truckers are protesting, which I actually agree with why they're protesting. You should not force somebody to have a damn mandate to ride in a damn truck by themselves. Like, that's just bullshit, right? You're just, the government has overstepped their bounds in a myriad of areas. And the government has become tyrannical. You got people still having shit shut down. I just found out that they still got gyms shut down in Canada. Right? What's up, Rodney? And so in Canada, in the country of Canada, it's just a lot of fuckery going on, right? And one thing about me I hate is government. I despise government. I think it is a necessary evil, but I despise it. And I think the government should be so fucking small that you can barely know that it exists. I think it just simply should be there for checks and balances. That's it. And so there are a few points, but before I even get to that, because T.I. had your boy on his had Ice Cube on there, right? And T.I. was talking to him, and they were making some points. I'm gonna dive into that in a second. But I'm gonna play this video first. Right? And so I'm gonna play this video. Let me see history. So I'm gonna play this video because this video is pretty much indicative of why black people are where they are today. So I want y'all to listen to this.
Tariq. Hey, brother, what's up, fam?
What's up, bro?
What's up? Did you just wake up, brother? What's going on with you?
I mean, he better than Trump.
Who, Biden?
Now, I knew within seconds of him talking, within seconds of him opening his mouth, that I knew what this nigga was going to say. I knew what he was going to think. I could damn near tell you all about his whole fucking life, how he looks at shit, just because of that one little, he better than Trump, that shit there. I knew then, okay, this is a dumb nigga. I knew it. So let's keep going.
Yeah.
How so?
What Trump would have did better?
How is Biden better than Trump?
I mean, Trump a racist.
So is Biden. So what's the difference?
God done it, Tiffany. You done pretty much overshadowed the whole video. That's exactly what I was about to say. Let's go.
So why do it matter then?
Did you vote for Biden?
Yeah.
Well, why did it matter to you? I didn't vote for either one of them, but it mattered to you. So why'd you vote?
If we wouldn't have voted for Biden, then Trump would have won.
And
he would have been doing the same thing.
No, Trump has not done anything. He never put together any anti-black policies that directly harmed us, like Biden.
He called for them black kids to get executed.
He wasn't president then.
And it's worse.
How was it worse than he wasn't president, sir?
Do you get tax cuts from Trump being president?
See, this is the thing, man. This is the mentality of a lot of black people, not just this dumb low IQ nigga here, right? And let me show. I love the meme that he used to really put this shit into fruition, right? So this is the picture that he used, and I agree with this picture, right? Exactly. That's why I went live and talked about it, because my thing is, you saying that you support Trump because you get tax cuts from Trump, so that's why you support him. Let's follow your logic. So why the fuck is any black person in America not moving to receive tax cuts as well? And even Tariq is going to go into why his logic is erroneous, because basically he's going to explain to him like, no, all you have to do is start a business. This is just low IQ shit this nigga saying, and my IQ goes and drops every time I listen to niggas like this. But this is the typical. Now, this brother was just a bad example because he couldn't even speak articulately, but for the most part, this is the average black person, educated, articulate, well spoken. It does not make a difference. This is how they think. Let's go.
What does tax cuts have to do with anything, sir?
A lot, actually.
The reason why you want Trump in so bad.
Yeah, I want Trump in for low taxes. How about y'all? I want a man in that's going to lower capital gains. Yep. You got me. He was talking about lowering capital gains to like 15%. Yeah. You got me. The top bracket was going to be 15%. You damn right I wanted them to lower capital gains. Shit, I got, 1,300 shares of AMC. You damn right. Lower that bitch. Because if it shoot up to where I think it's about to go, whenever, in 3 months or in 3 days, I don't know. If it goes where I need it to go, and I sell and I make $1 million or more, I don't want to pay all that. I don't want to pay 40% of my money to the damn government. So you got me.
I don't care who's in, as long as it's not Biden. Or the
you get tax breaks.
What does tax break have to do with anything? I don't get any tax breaks. What does that mean? That's a talking point, sir. What does that mean?
That's what you and Charlemagne do. Y'all got talking points for Trump.
We do.
All Charlemagne said was, damn, what Trump had. That's all he said. That's all Charlemagne said. Everything Charlemagne said and did was in lockstep with what the Democrats are asking him to do and the white liberals are asking him to do. So I don't know why you going to say Charlemagne, because Charlemagne got off the damn, finally said something that's halfway truthful. Not that Charlemagne is really for. Anyway, let's keep going.
Y'all anti-Biden, no matter what Biden do.
Well, why should we support Biden?
So Trump won't get in.
That ain't good enough. Now let me ask you.
You rather Trump be in? So would you rather Trump be in?
Trump would have.
How about y'all? Would you rather a man be digging for oil right now so you could pay $1.50? I mean, I don't know. You tell me. I just filled my shit up a few minutes ago. You tell me. Right? This is the logic of the typical nigga. This is why when I hear this shit about being rigged, this isn't rigging. This is you're willing to go alone. You want to be a slave.
Have been better than Biden. Yes, he would have been. Now,
how so?
Because Trump didn't put together.
What did Trump do for black people for 4 years he was in there?
He didn't put together policies that undermined us. He didn't.
How about pushing to build a wall, which will actually directly affect the black labor? How about him getting in and a record number of illegal immigrants fled the country, which directly lowered our unemployment. How about digging for gas that wanted us to having cheap gas? I don't give a damn what you say. Energy independence, which is some shit I never even knew we could get or obtain. Having achieved that after having never had it since the damn World War II, since the 50s, right after this World War II, right? Getting us off OPEC, off the damn petrodollar, so that when Russia tries to invade Ukraine, we wouldn't be so super fucked up and we would just be going to $2 a gallon right now instead of, right, bro. When that shit happened, whatever happened with Ukraine and Russia, when that shit goes down, we're probably going to be paying $4. Just so you know, wrap your mind around $4.50. California, I feel sorry, y'all gonna probably be paying $8. Right? My lady sat out there the other day. She was at Seavers over there in Midtown, right? So the guy sat her down. She sat on the inside, and it was Tamar Braxton. She was sitting right next to Tamar Braxton, right? Tamar was like, "Oh, I love your hair." Tamar started talking to her, and so her and her mom was there. And so they started talking, and Tamar was like, "Oh, that's your mom. She's so young looking," and stuff like that. The point I'm trying to make about this whole situation is that as much as we try to talk about, the struggle of the black person in America and shit like that, it's harder for you to get ahead economically. People like Tamar, people like that, they got money. They're going to be good. But she said something while she was there to my lady. She said, "You know what?" She said, "I'm leaving California. It's ratchet as hell out there." I say, "What?" She said, "Yeah, they broke in my house while I was, I wasn't there, but they broke in my house. I have not been back. I'm moving back to, to the States. I'm moving back to Georgia because it's safer here than it is in California. Out there in LA. LA is gone. Now this is you won't hear this anywhere. You know what I'm saying? You won't hear this anywhere." She was like, "It's gone. They have basically the criminals have taken that city over. It is bad." You know what I'm saying? I don't know, bro. Like, I don't know what to tell people, but it's bad out here. So let's keep going.
Flood us with immigrants, and he wasn't passing out crack pipes.
Biden only been in for 1 year.
Man, Biden has been in politics for 40-something years. Biden was...
You just said he wasn't president. You said Trump wasn't president. Biden wasn't president.
But Biden was vice president for a long time under Obama. Biden has been in politics for 40-something years, and
they can say it's not true. He wanted that. He said it out his own mouth. That's a lie. That's what they wanted. That was his administration. Ain't nobody finna fix that. It was a PR nightmare.
In those 40-something years, he has always undermined black people, sir.
What did he do? What did he do to undermine black people?
The crime bill, sir.
Black people wanted it.
Black
they
people
gonna do that.
No, they didn't.
Crack pipes. $3.50 for gas. Open borders. Right? These are just 3 things I named off the top of my head. I can keep going. Right? Let's go.
Not, sir.
Now, take in mind, it's a bunch of Democrat YouTubers that would probably hate this video and probably have some shit to say, probably come in my comments and have shit to say. I'm not going to watch their shit, but they'll watch mine and have a problem with what I'm saying, right? But but they try to claim like they're conservative. Not a fuck you. You're a liberal. You're a liberal that comes in this space and masquerades as a conservative because you know that shit that you support is fucking stupid. That's what it is. It's just stupid. But you just like this nigga that's talking. You just don't sound exactly. You don't talk exactly like him. I could name these YouTubers, but I don't want to start no shit.
People did.
There's news telling him that he need to do something about the crime in the black community.
Those were the bootlegs that they bought and paid for. They did not represent black people.
Black, though.
They don't represent us.
Black.
They don't represent us, though. They're not no black leaders. They're not doing what black people say. The black people are doing what they say, sir.
But
so Biden is still bad.
For that
no, they were not. No, they were not. Black people were not begging for a damn crime bill, sir. Where are you from, by the way, sir? Where are you from?
South Carolina.
Where's your family from?
South Carolina.
Are you a foundational black American, sir?
Yeah, no, I don't want Trump in.
Okay. So,
I'd rather deal with Biden than Trump.
And
look, man, I got a southern accent. I'm country. I am. I know I'm country. In some videos I listen to, I'm more country than others. Depends on the mood I'm in, right? If I'm just relaxed and don't give a fuck, that backwater Alabama accent comes out. This nigga right here that's talking makes me sound like I speak the Queen's English perfectly. You hear me? This nigga's country.
Why is that? Why would you rather?
He country in a bad way. He's all the stereotypes of what they say about Alabama and Mississippi and South Carolina and Georgia and Tennessee. All this shit that people say from up north is niggas like this. I was so ashamed when this nigga said he's from South Carolina. I knew he's from the South any fucking way.
Deal with Biden.
Cause Trump are open racist.
So is Biden.
So why do it matter then? So
should-
you rather Trump than Biden, but both of them open racist?
Yes. Now, if we're dealing with open racists, now we just have to deal with the lesser of the evils, and that would be Trump.
How is he the lesser of both evils?
Because what's Trump's crime bill against black people? Trump did put a crime bill out there. Biden did.
Are you saying, Bodie Thug, that Trump's first year was not as good? All somebody got to do is write some shit, and it's a fact. That's it. All they got to do is write. Anybody with a brain can tell you that the employment right now is fucking horrible. Because you telling me that in 2016, there were more people working, less people working than today. When you got, listen, if they counted unemployment the way they counted unemployment in 2002, our unemployment would be 24% right now. So it is what it is, man. We got to watch when we get our information, Bodie. We do. Let's go.
Yeah. So that's less.
He
That's
told
less
the police,
evil.
He told the police when you arrest them, rough them up a little bit.
And Biden did too. Biden supports police brutality against black people. Biden
But he didn't
supports
say
that.
nothing like that.
But Biden allows it, and Biden funds these people to do it, sir. Biden funds them. to do it.
But Trump had 4 years though. He didn't do nothing for black people for 4 years.
And he didn't do anything against
Biden only
black
thing
people.
Look, you ain't got, listen, if you drop gas down to $1.50, I'm happy. Just if the president gets in office and get gas down, that shit, it stop this damn supply chain shit. All that shit got to do with the pandemic. The whole supply chain shit right now and ride shit is so expensive. It's because not only is it inflation, but it's been exacerbated by the fact that you have California, the backwards state that it is, being ran by a governor that they literally supposedly cheated. I don't know. I ain't gonna say allegedly. In that recall, he mysteriously got a bunch of votes. We ain't gonna go into that shit, right? I don't want to get a strike. But that being said, I'm just saying, you got this guy out there in California say, hey man, truck got to be 3 years or less. You got to have environmental this, or it can't come through the state of California. So you gonna shut down the whole western seaboard with all the shit coming from China, all the shit coming from Sri Lanka, all that shit coming straight up through California, and you finna shut that shit down? This is the typical Democrat leadership. Stupidity, right? Trudeau has destroyed his economy. Those people are standing up. I'm glad those people are standing up. What do? What does Biden do? They raise $10 million for those people to pay their bills. What does he do? They go and call GoFundMe and tell them to get them folks their money back. They can't have no damn money. They rather them people suffer because they don't like the fact that they're against what I say you should do. I say you should interpret the science the way I interpret it. I say you should do it the way I want you to. Damn if Europe and all the rest of them countries, even they opening up they shit. But nah, we still gonna act like it's 2020, March of 2020. We gonna shut down. Right? This is the type of stupidity that they have going on. And yet this shit is considered intelligence.
Biden only been there for 1 year. He still got 3 more years to do something for black people.
And he's not. He's already said he's not. What he's doing for us is giving us crack pipes. Are you happy with the crack pipes, sir?
He's giving the white people crack pipes.
He said the crack pipes, their administration said that was a racial equality thing. So is that
That's
racial
for the
equality?
opioid white community.
They said it's racial equality.
I'm gonna say this, man. people like that, I don't even listen to them. I'm gonna tell you why. When somebody says, "What do you say when people say that Trump motivated people to be more racist?" I'm gonna say it like this: what did Trump do motivate people to be more racist about? What was going on? Let me think. Drain the swamp. I agree with. Law and order, supporting the police. Yeah, I'm iffy on that, but I'm probably 50% with that, right? Because the other 50%, I do think their powers do need to be reined in. I do think they get away with murder. A cop can pull your ass over and make shit up as he goes along. Just because he's in a bad mood, he wants to fuck with you. He could just make up some shit. You broke some law, and you just gotta go with it. He could walk in my house right now and shoot me and do what? No, they powers need to be clipped a little bit, right? I will agree with that. But that ain't the number one issue that we face. So that ain't that super important to me, right? What is it that Trump supports that is racist? What is Trump like? Okay, let's look at Trump. Like, I'm trying to understand. What did he do that was so racist besides trying to reach out for black folks? He did. He's the first. Like, we're getting ignored right now. This dude is telling us, fuck y'all. I'm going to give y'all crack pipes. Like, this is what he said, right? And so we got to just let shit, go under, like, we'll let the shit slide. Like, okay, so he gets to come out here and try to sell us crack pipes. He gets to come out here and do all this shit. And I'm finna get on the T.I. and Ice Cube in a second. I know y'all here for that. I just want to go in on this subject. Let's go.
Racial. They don't mean black.
Okay.
They don't mean black.
Okay. So racial equality.
Many different ways.
Okay. So that is assumed that it's for black people too.
Why?
Because
opioid crisis in the white community right now.
So you're admitting that Biden ain't doing nothing for black people.
Just like Trump didn't do 4 years.
But Biden is harming black people, sir. You're kind of talking in circles. I've explained.
Trump's base is full of racists.
So is Biden.
See, this is the thing. This is like, motherfuckers ain't really complex. Like, he looked just like that slave right there in this picture. He sounds like, this is what that nigga would sound like. Just in that picture, this is what he would sound like. Now, let me explain something to you. Because someone is racist, it does not mean that if they're a racist person, let's say they're racist. Let's follow this logic, right? A racist person disagrees with giving 5-year-old boys injections, but he hates niggers. Does that mean that I should support injecting 5-year-old boys with hormones and shit because they want to? They told their mom one day they want to play with a doll or some shit because kids don't know no better, right? Does that mean I support that shit because the racist said that they disagree with that? This is the logic of the average black person politically. This is what we are. If we had to quantify black people into a person, this is what the fuck we are. You'll give me some vittles, massa. Like, this is us, right? This is what we are, man. It is sad because I'm sitting up here, and this is not putting black people down. This is 98% support of Barack Obama. That's a motherfucker like this. Yeah, we're gonna give you reparations if you vote for Barack Obama. Well, I ain't get it the first 4 years, but he gonna watch. When Obama get in next year, he gonna be a fool. Obama gonna be a savage. He ain't gonna have no second term. Watch. Obama gonna go off. I remember niggas telling me that back in 2012, right? I knew then, and I said, this nigga finna switch on gay marriage. That's what he about to do. And I came back in there like, let me tell y'all something, man. I walked in there like King Leonidas, okay? I walked in that barbershop because them niggas ain't like me. I came in that bitch like, what I told y'all niggas. What I told y'all niggas. Y'all niggas argued me down 3 months ago, right? Remember that shit? And I told y'all this nigga was gay. I told y'all this nigga had a gay lover and all that shit, right? I told y'all they call this nigga Bathhouse Barry. That's what he got down. He gay. He is gay. I told y'all niggas. This is the week that they had that Newsweek article. Let me show you. Y'all know what I'm talking about, but I'm going to show you, right? Obama, Newsweek, gay president, right? Let me show y'all some shit. Images. Remember this shit here? Y'all remember this? This when they had this shit on the White House, Obama, the first gay president. I told them, I said, now, well, what that shit? Then they switched. You know what them niggas told me? Remember he did this shit? He lit the White House up like that. Y'all remember that shit? Hold on. Let me see if I can find that image. Hold on. Obama. Gay flag White House. Right? Remember this shit here? Remember this shit him and Michael? I'm sorry. I mean, Michelle did. Remember that shit? I was like, what the fuck is he trying to say? What is he trying to say? Of course he is, man. Of course. So this is what I'm talking about, right? And I remember telling them niggas, know who they look like? This nigga here. That's black folks. You tell them, hey, man, he gonna do this, he gonna do that. Obama gonna do this, he gonna do this, he gonna say this, he gonna say that. And no, he ain't. Nigga switched in January. As soon as he got back in, inauguration, next week Obama switches. I'm like, you motherfuckers. You dumbass niggas. I told you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he switched like right when he got back in there. Didn't he switch immediately? Didn't he switch on get? Yeah, he did. It was crazy. Yes, he did. Yes. And I knew. How did I know that? How did I know? Because first of all, you can look at the nigga and tell that's what he owned, number one. Right? The nigga done bit some pillows. All right? That's number one. Right? You say that, but wait. They talking about running. I mean, Michael. I mean, my bad. I mean, Michelle. Michelle Obama. Gotta say it right. Is talking about running. And if Michelle comes out there, let's see what happens. Watch how black folks. Oh, Michelle, a sister girl. She one of us. Yeah, Michelle gonna get in there and she gonna be. I know what it's like. And racism, white supremacy, and the system, and all these little platitudes and niggas. Yeah. We go, I'm going to vote for Michelle. Let's see. Let's give her a chance, right? Who is this person, Black Heisenberg? Let's Google that name, shall we? What's that name? Let's see. Let me look that name up. Let's see who that is. Let's look at an image of that person, shall we? Let's see. L-A-V-A. There it is right there. Let's see. Let's see. Michael. Let's see. Okay, they being funny. So I don't know. I saw pictures of a dude, and it was just, I was like, damn. I don't know who this dude was, but it looked just like him. So we ain't gonna go there. But anyway, ain't gonna even go there, right? You know, I ain't gonna go there. Y'all gonna get my damn channel deleted. You can't talk about that shit, right? But my bad. Michelle right now is pushing on Netflix LGBT shit, trans shit to kids and all that shit right now, right under black folks' noses. Black people don't know, right? And so when this shit happens, like it's happening right now, I don't feel sorry for these niggas. I don't.
Well, why is racists so against Biden? Biden so racist?
Well, racists always bicker among themselves, sir.
Well, why
they are against Biden because they don't want him pumping their children with hormones. They're against Biden because they don't want mandates. They're against Biden because they don't want to go to war with Russia. They're against Biden because they don't want to pay $4 for gas. Damn, niggas is fucking stupid. Not all of us. I know how people do, right? But I'm just saying. They act like all these people doing is sitting at home. Is this going to help black people? Well, I'm against it. Is this gonna benefit a black person in any way? Well, then I don't want it to happen. I'm gonna vote Republican. Like, this is how they think. This, like, you gotta be really stupid to think that everybody, in fact, like, I hate to do this. I hate to do it. Go back historically in the South, right? For example, I'm from Alabama, right? We had a governor, the segregation now, segregation tomorrow, segregation forever. That guy, Governor Wallace, right from he was in Montgomery. He was the governor of the state, the great state of Alabama. Roll Tide, right? And as he was the governor, my parents, my uncles, everybody. I'm telling this shit. I'm talking about my own family. I love them. I love black people, but I'm just keeping this shit above. You know what I'm saying? your what you say? Tell me, have you seen a genuine black woman with a linebacker physique like this? I'm skeptical. Well, never know, bro. Never know. Never know. But anyway, let me say this. My parents, and in fact, I'll tell you what, because this shit that we know who Governor Wallace is, right? Governor George Wallace, right? Let's see. How far did Governor Wallace, when did he get out of office? That way we'll know, right? Because he was governor. He was in the Klan, right? He was a Klan member for a while, right? See that? For all intents and purposes, the Democrat Party was real. Anyway, whatever. That's 1958. Segregation, the big speech he gave, all that about segregation now, tomorrow, forever, right? When did he get out of office? That way we can know, right? He switched in the 70s. And up until, what was it, 1986? In 1982, Democratic Party, Wallace's main opponents were George McMillan and, okay, I don't know them dudes, so they obviously lost. I think he got out in 87. Final term, 83. So this man was the governor of the great state of Alabama from Lord knows when up until 1987. And he was a Democrat, which means he was born Democrat and stayed Democrat. He did not switch. This guy was supported by black people, right? And the same goes for Mississippi, South Carolina, all these southern states. What I'm trying to say is this. Let me explain something to you. There were a lot of racist white people in the South, right? Not a fool, right? And there was a lot of lynchings, a lot of shit went on. But as time went on, these people voted for other issues. Like, because not only was it a lot of racist people, there's a lot of people that were Bible Belt people. So the Democrat Party, as it became more liberal and swung to the left, far left, right? Frighteningly left. Now, like, we talking very scary shit now coming out of the Democrat Party. Like, there are 50 million genders and, and it's transphobic if you don't want to acknowledge somebody wearing a dress that's 300 pounds like he benching and repping 225 and ready for the damn NFL combine, like he ready to play tight end or some shit. And you got to be like, yes, ma'am. Like, this is the type of shit we own now. We're denying biology and science, right? That's what we own. That's what the Democrat Party's own, right? And they want to legislate that shit into the minds and hearts of all of us and our children. All that shit you see on TV, that's what they want to push, right? And so you see that going on. And then you see that as time went on, now I'm taking mine, these are Southern Bible-toting people. They started, you damn right about that Baphomet, because you right about that one, right? And so they said, well, look, I don't support that. Black people, what the Democrats did, they said, well, you know what, this is great. We could use this and say, okay, the South is racist, and they're voting. Now, a lot of that is mixed in with race, but a lot of it it's the Bible Belt, too. It's a lot of people voting against this stuff because they think it's godless, right? It's not always, yes, boo.
You forgot.
I forgot what?
You have to get my Nintendo because I need to play Super Mario Odyssey quick.
Okay, boo, we got time. It's just 4:40, boo. We're gonna play a little basketball, then we're gonna play, okay? Go up there and watch TV.
I need to finish quick.
Okay, boo. My son said I gotta hurry up. Okay, boo. Daddy's gonna hurry up for you, okay? Go upstairs. So anyway. All right. So this is the thing. Like, the Democrats, what they'll do is they'll turn around and say, well, look, man, it's racism. So now what they did was they married racism with anybody disagreeing with whatever their policies are. This shit was ingenious, actually. This shit is almost designed by the devil himself. Because now you got niggas like this calling Tariq not understanding the game of what I just told you, right? And
why are they so big on Trump then? When they be
why are they so big on Trump then? This is how this nigga talk.
When they support the person who the most racist.
Yeah, Biden. A lot of racists support Biden too. Liberal racists.
They ran into the Capitol because Biden won. That's not supporting him.
And look at a lot of these liberal judges giving them.
See, I just showed you, man. See, this nigga's so stupid. A lot of these people, maybe they upset because they sat there and watched people in the state of Georgia knocking on my door the next day after the election looking for ballots, right? Maybe that was a problem because Trump was up 350,000 votes. And it's like, shit, we need some more votes. Damn, we got to hold this up because Trump, he overwhelmingly won. Allegedly, YouTube, please don't strike me. Allegedly. Maybe that's why people was upset on January 6th. Huh? They didn't run that. We hate niggers. Let's storm the Capitol. Like, what the fuck? Like, come on, man. Come on. Like, we've been in this bitch for 400 years. They didn't supposedly do that shit because they hate black folks. They did it because Trump didn't win and they're white supremacists and they just went like, you believe that shit? Get the fuck off my channel. Like, real talk. I'm dead serious. If you think it's that damn simplistic, bye. See you.
Them slaps on the wrist. Let's be very clear. A lot of the judges that are not punishing these
Trump
people.
said he's going to pardon them. Trump said he's going to pardon them.
Trump is not president now. What are you talking about?
I'm just talking about Georgia. He was up 800,000 up in Pennsylvania. He was up. Yeah, you're right. He was up in all them states, like strong six figures. And in every state that was needed, mysteriously, he got all the votes over 2 weeks. I ain't never seen no shit like that. But lost in every metropolitan area, like Miami, every major metropolitan demographic area where he got less votes than Hillary Clinton, but only in the 4 areas where the 4 states he needed, where they took 2 weeks to count the votes. You make the call. That's facts. I didn't say nothing wrong. That's exactly what happened. No, ain't no alleged. That's actually what happened, right? So, but I got to watch it. So let me say alleged too. So got to be careful because they're going to get me for that, right? They'll say I'm leaving false information. I'm not going to be able to make videos for a week or something. So let me be careful with what I'm saying.
Sir?
2024, he said, if I win, I'm going to pardon those for January 6th.
He don't need to pardon them because these people are barely getting slaps on the wrist. The punishment they're getting is the equivalent of jaywalking.
And then Trump pardon them.
By the time, if Trump gets into office, these people would be out of jail already. If they even go, most of these people are getting probation. They're not getting punishment, sir. What are you talking about?
Compared to Trump,
no, they're
not getting nothing.
These folks are getting slaps on the wrist.
Slaps on the wrist is better than being pardoned.
No, it ain't. No, it ain't. A slap on the wrist is a slap on the wrist. That is the same thing.
Harming black people.
They're already on the streets harming black people. Sir, these folks ain't really doing no jail time.
They're Trump based.
Sir, no. It doesn't matter whose base they are. It's the liberal judges who's giving them slaps on the wrist, sir. There's no distinction with these people. There's left-wing white supremacy and right-wing white supremacy. So
No, brother. You know, the math just doesn't add up. It's just the man. All right, look, I can't say what I really feel, Bodie. And I know you like to be contrarian sometimes, to be funny, to try to troll me. But the man did, in my humble opinion, something's wrong. Let's put it like that. That's just all I'm going to say. We've never had an election that took 2 months, 2 weeks to count. Never. We had the Supreme Court justice say, hey, you guys had some votes. You took the envelopes and separate them. I want y'all to take those and separate those from the actual votes. And they ignored him and counted them anyway, and he didn't do shit. Right? So this is exactly, that's what happened. I think it was just Leto, or whatever his name. He was the one that said that. And what did they do? Right? We got video of them in Georgia when all the Republican poll watchers left. They pulled some shit off on the table and started running that shit through. And they said, well, yeah, that was this, that was that. All of a sudden, Fulton County 4 years ago and every year since always turned their shit in, and we knew by 8:30, 9 o'clock, Georgia's already been counted. But it took 2 weeks. Come on, bro. That when they say kept counting, they kept counting, all right. They kept counting, all right. All right, how many more we need? All right, hold on. Hey, call what's the name? Tell them to go print out some more votes. You got all these votes. The math, just the shit, just the statistical probabilities of this shit is just impossible. So I leaned on the side of what's it? Occam's razor. Which is it? That somebody in every metropolitan area failed to get the same votes that the other Democratic candidate got, but mysteriously throughout the whole country, they got more votes than any other other Republican ever. I'm talking about to the tune of 10 million, right? We just supposed to believe that shit. That's like me believing the state of California is fair when it comes to shit like that. I mean, come on. We don't know what the fuck going on in California. If the people decided to vote against it, they still lose. And just the way I feel, hypothetically, allegedly, we don't know. This is conjecture, right? Because Lord knows where Google is. Oh, Lord. Mike V in the house. We know Mike V. We know Mike V. He go, but they did an audit already. Exactly. There you go. There you go. I don't even want to read the rest of it, Mike V. Mike V. Mike V is happy. Thank Mike V. Thank brothers like Mike V as to why we about to go to war, why you paying $4 for gas, why you people lost all their damn jobs. Mike V, right, ladies and gentlemen. Black people like that, with all due respect, brother, black, educated, well-to-do black folks that think like this picture you see right here. This is the shit I'm talking about. No disrespect, brother. I know you, we cool. But I'm just saying, I got friends that I love dearly that think just like Mike V. Family members, friends, bunch of them. That's who you gotta think right there, because they so happy to support that shit. They happy. They think it's good that the Democrat got in. They think it's good this motherfucker's out here giving out crack pipes and shit. They love that shit. They think it's good he out here giving $450,000 to illegal immigrants, right? You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. It was Trump's. Man, it's all types of fuckery going on with that Arizona shit, man. Now, because you don't want to believe that, right? Like, it was some shit went on with that. I need to go to, what's his name? Dr. Steve Turley. He goes well in depth on that shit if you really want to find the information. But black Democrats don't care. You Democrat, don't matter who the fuck. It could be a fucking transsexual talking about they gonna fuck all the little toddlers. Black Democrats will support it to the tune of 98%. That's what the fuck we doomed. We are doomed. I can't respect people like, no disrespect, brother, but I can't respect them when they come to politics. I don't want to hear shit from none of them. I don't want to hear shit. I'm up here now. We about to go to war. What the fuck? Ain't that what they said Trump was going to do? Go to war? Damn. Now, I knew somebody going to come in. Well, you wait a minute, man. Trump really didn't. You know, they audited. Okay, so the shit legit. He lost every demographic. He went back and all that shit. But for places where they counted for 2 weeks, he got the votes. Yeah, all right. Okay, that's the official story. I will rock with it. We'll rock with it. This is why it is over for black folks. It's over. And you know what, man? When they line our ass up and they probably going to blow our great-great-grandkids' brains out because we just going to be, they don't tell them we probably done failed to the Chinese communist government. And they say, hey, man, you know what? They're just animals anyway, and it's just evolution, and it's just, you know, they're not really productive. We got robots. These niggas are just a drain. You know, we'd be better just euthanizing these motherfuckers. Hook them up to a bunch of machines and let them just live in virtual reality while we rule the real world, right? And that's going to be all the black folks, right? That's what I see coming. Just understand this. Hopefully this video will still be in existence. You got black people to think. At least back then, I'm one of the ones that saw it. Just remember that. I'm one of the ones that saw what the fuck was coming. I saw the death on the horizon. I see it. I see that shit. And we deserve it, brothers. We deserve it. And look, I'm talking about family members, friends, people I love dearly. I'm not saying this shit and just like being mean and saying it to every black person. Look, I'm talking about my damn sisters. I'm talking about people right in my damn family who I love very much. See what I'm saying? Look, brother, I don't really, might be, you know what, brother? With all due respect, I'm going to put you in time. I don't want to go back and forth with you, fam. No disrespect, bro. I don't even want to go back and forth with you. You know what I'm saying? But I got one thing to say.
So what you gonna do when you get out of here, cat dang? Oh, the ease be it all one. I watch him dying when he dies. Let us say.
I want you to hear this verse right here. This is the verse that refers to black folks right here. Let's go. Here you go, right here. Here you go. Here you go.
I hear you breathing, but your heart no longer sounds strong. But you kinda scared of dying, so you hold on. And you keep on blacking out, and your pulse is low. Stop trying to fight the reaper, just relax and let it go.
Just relax and let it go. That's it. That's it. It's done. It is done. When you gotta defend fuckery, clearly I can't say it because I'm in a liberal stronghold right now. I cannot say the truth in what I really feel. We all know what I feel, right? But I cannot say exactly. Yuri Bezmenov was the guy. I might need to do a blow by blow on Yuri Bezmenov. That's what I was supposed to do. And I would think something happened. I went out of town or something. I'm gonna do that video. Probably do it before the week up, right? But this is what I'm talking about, right? And we keep on blacking out, and the pulse is low. Stop trying to fight the reaper. Just relax and let it go, right? Watch this.
Because there's no way you can fight it, though you still try.
There's no way I can fight it. I'm up here saying something, but this shit is useless, to be honest with you. It's more people like Mike V than me. So I ain't shit. It's more, I'm talking about people that make millions, educated, smart, doing well for themselves. And they want to pay 75% in taxes. They just listen. Let me let this shit play. Let me let this other piece play.
You just satisfied with empty symbolic gestures, then, right?
But it was either Trump or Biden. Trump is the worst.
Okay, you keep saying that, and you are not saying how.
Because you didn't have a choice but two presidents. Who go choose, Trump or Biden?
Sir, you're just saying anything.
Why would we choose the person who's more racist?
Sir, Biden is more racist based on his actions.
And let's get that cut.
Biden is more racist.
That's the only thing that makes sense. That's the only thing that makes sense.
You're making up.
So this is what I'm saying, guys. And that guys, if y'all try to go easy on Mike V, he cool. He a cool dude. I spoke with him on the phone. He a cool brother. So it ain't personal. It ain't personal. But I am offended by the defense of the Democrat Party in this shit. Like, black people should be right now, when that $450,000 shit should have made black people so angry that they said, fuck it, I'm not even finna come, shit, fuck it, bring on Trump. But you'll never hear that from a Mike V or other people that he may subscribe to. No comment about that. You know what I'm saying? You'll never hear that shit from their channels. You know why? Because they Democrat to the core. You know what that does?
And you can try it till you fight it, but you'll still die. Your spirit leave your body and your mind clears. The rigor mortis starts to set. Now you out of here.
This shit ain't funny, but it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's over. It's over. So that's when I hear shit like that, I don't even, and that's what I'm saying. Let me go on to this other video. Let me finish this up right. Come on, let this play. Let's go.
False scenario talking point.
If you get tax breaks, of course you want something.
Sir, what tax breaks? Explain tax breaks. What do you mean by a tax break? How do I get a tax break?
People that make a certain amount of...
Listen. This is the thing. You got black people doing very well for themselves that vote for politicians that tell them they're going to tax the shit out of them, and they still support them. Because black people, when we come to politics, let me tell you how this is why we'll never succeed in politics, ever, right? When you come to politics, instead of you rewarding merit and hard work and saying, hey, let's incentivize hard work in a meritocracy where if you work hard, you get incentives and you get certain things. So let's reward that by business loans, set aside different things that are going to empower African Americans, the most productive human capital possessing black people. Let's set them up. Let's work on their opportunities and say, no, when black people come to politics, it's why you always lose. You worry about the fuck ups. You worry about the people with 30 kids. You worry about the people that got, still going in and out of prison, selling dope. That's who you care about. That is what you think of yourself. Right? I'm talking about this is the black people that's making six figures doing well. I'm not talking about the Boom Quisha. Of course she gonna think that way. Of course this dumb nigga Tariq talking to gonna say that. He can't even speak in clear sentences, right? So, but when we're talking to black people, I'm talking about educated, smart, went to Columbia. I know some people that went to Ivy League colleges that will fight me tooth and nail. I got to listen. And I shouldn't have did this, but let me tell y'all what I did. It was election year, right? A couple years ago. So we went over there for like 4th of July or something like that. We over at a friend's place and I'm sitting there, I'm just minding my business, listening to my headphones and playing with my son and his little god brother and stuff. And so everybody started talking to me and laughing. And I look up and I take my head. I say, what's up? Oh, you one of them Trump guys, ain't you? Now it's taking mine. It's about 40 people there, all black, older, A lot of them well-to-do. I'm talking about $100,000 cars. Some of them driving like Range Rovers and shit, doing very well for themselves, right? And so they all committed to ganging up on me. It was just me by myself. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, look, man, I don't want to get into it because I know how it is. And everybody know when they got a black conservative, they think they just gonna gang up and insult me, and not insult, but just well, what about this? What about they running off all this shit about what Trump said this on Twitter and Trump this and Trump, and I, so I started giving logical points as to why I thought he was a good, he was better than Joe Biden, and I just said, okay, the energy. And I just named off a basic shit. The wall. They didn't even know that the wall was. They didn't even think that was even something that he even attempted to build. I said, no, he physically. I had to get a Google search, showed him that, right? And so as I'm sitting there, right, they started coming. They started getting loud. I said, me, and me, I'm not patient. I say, look, man, I don't want to talk about it. I'm through. I'm finna put my headphones on, right? And so I said some crazy shit, right? I said, black people are fucking stupid. They deserve whatever the fuck happened. I say the shit I say on my YouTube channel. It just flew out of me. I know. Right? And I don't think black people are stupid. I think we're very intelligent. I think we could do whatever the fuck we want to if we make our minds up. We just won't. Right? But if we make our minds up, I don't think nobody's fucking with black people. That's really how I think of us. Right? So he's saying that shit. They all saying that shit. I said, man, y'all niggas dumb as hell, man. I ain't say them, but I said, man, black people dumb. I said, man, you up here supporting the motherfuckers that's going to come and support. You say you got the worst education. You got the worst everything, which doesn't give you the best human capital, which means that you're going to compete with the first people that come over the fence, which are going to be illegal immigrants, and then you support them coming over here. And I was talking just like that, fast, running off bullet points. And I'm going to tell you something. I said that shit reverberated. When I say it reverberated, I talked to a dude like like last year. I ain't talked to this dude since high school. Man, I heard about you. Like, what you mean? He said, man, I heard you call black people stupid. I was like, oh. I said, wait a minute. And I put to it, I said, oh, his sister is line sisters with my homeboy wife, and they was all there. And I said, oh shit. So I'm like, you know what? As a black conservative, you have to be careful. You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to get in these spaces and people are going to challenge you. And a lot of times people come wanting to fuck with you. So they all have been drinking and shit. I'm minding my business because I one or two of them knew I was conservative, but I'm not finna get into no damn big drag out, knockdown argument with a bunch of, and especially the older people, right? They're not going to hear shit I got to say because I'm younger than them. So you young. I don't care. You act like I can't read. I know who Barry Goldwater is. Like, you act like I can't read this shit. You act like I ain't got parents and family. You know what I'm saying? I sat there, I said all these things. And I started talking like Malcolm X. I said, man, it's funny. We love Malcolm X, but then we very much are integrationists. All of y'all, we bunch of integrationists. But what you a segregationist? You hate white folks. Like, I ain't hate white people. I'm cool. You the one. Y'all the one coming at me, trying to get these illegal immigrants to come over the fence and come over here and take jobs and opportunities. Well, they'll do them a big fruit. I said, they said that shit. They listen. And I'm talking now, listen, and I do damn good for myself. I'm probably in the middle of the pack as far as earners in this. That's how well these people do. Now. We're in a big ass house in Atlanta, doing real well. It's a nice house. So these people doing very well. Okay. Like, so it's not like I'm the high earning motherfucker. Like, you got dudes with businesses, government contract, making big money. And they all Democrat. Then they got the Biden stickers and shit. When election time come around, I don't even want to go around black folks. I don't, because they know it. I'm not finna bite my fucking tongue and not say what I feel. You feel what I'm saying? So let's keep it going, man.
I'm going to get taxed. Good.
Okay, you get that no matter who's in office. That's whatever business you have.
No, you gotta make, no, the Democrats tax more. They tax the rich more.
You want the rich tax? Don't you want to be rich, nigga? You see what I'm saying? So this nigga's already telling me, nigga, I don't ever plan to have shit. Ever. I don't never plan to make over $200,000. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, what if, well, they talking about your ass. Like, $200,000, you could do that, right? You don't ever think you can make, no, I'm going to make $40,000, $30,000. That's all shit. That's good money. I'm going to follow my passion. He wanted to follow my passion niggas, right? I'm going to follow my passion, man. I like what I do. I ain't got to be, man, you love money, right? You should want a business. You should start a business. You should be growing your shit, right? You shouldn't be out here talking about, well, they gonna tax the rich. That's good. Let me ask you a question. Objectively speaking, you got two people, right? One guy got a job. The other guy owns the company, right? Who deserves the tax cut? I'm going to just leave it right there. Who deserves the tax cut? The person that works the job or the person that created the job? Who has shown a track record of taking money and creating jobs with it? I would rather give the tax break to the job creator. Not that I won't do shit for the damn worker, because obviously they're going to do that shit. Because they want to get elected and there are more workers. So they're going to do something for them on the workers, going to get some shit given to them. But the guy that got the tax break, I hate to hear people stand up and say the wealthy this, the wealthy that. Is there some truth to that shit? Yes, but this is a very complex subject. And it's not something that you could just, this is the answer and this isn't the answer. You have to really rightfully divide that shit. Because when you start talking about ultra wealthy, it depends on what you mean. Because I could go into this AMC squeeze shit in the fuckery that I've seen that both Democrats, including Trump, and Republicans have basically allowed to go on with this damn AMC squeeze shit, this stealing that I see these motherfuckers doing, right? And I see this shit going on. They literally got this shit hard wired in to where if you buy a stock, they automatically jump on the opposite side in 3 nanoseconds and buy it for lower and sell it to you for higher, right? This is literally what they've been doing. I'm talking about just a fraction of a penny. They might do that shit, right? And we talking about for every stock you buy. That's just one way they steal it, right? They selling fake shares of shit that don't even exist to the whole fucking market, right? That's not capitalism because government is involved. Now we getting into crony capitalism, corporatism, fascism. We're getting into the shit. So when people say that shit, I do agree with that. You get what I'm saying? But on a individual level, or on a certain level economically, I think tax job creators should get opportunities. I do. I think job creators, if a guy goes and bribes a politician, right, gets his permits, gets all the shit he got to get the bank loan, get the insurance, build, pay all the contractors, build his big ass 300,000-400,000 square foot factory, right? He gets all the fucking robotics and equipment and all that shit. He goes through OSHA and gets all the certifications you got to get, right? You bring your ass in there with a high school diploma and you deserve exactly the same shit he get, right? That's what you want? I don't want a world like that. I don't want to live in a world like that. I don't. You get your ass out of high school with a diploma and you just walk right into owning a factory or some shit. No, fuck that. I don't want that. I'd rather it be some steps that have to be taken. So, because I'm going to be honest with you guys, and a better way to look at this would be, in the manosphere, we talk about this shit all the time. Is it fair? Because a lot of brothers do. You see the same energy with the baby mamas, right? The brothers say, well, shit, you shouldn't mentor young black boys because, you know, which I disagree with that, but they say that you shouldn't mentor young black boys because you're rewarding bad behavior. If that's the case, aren't you rewarding not necessarily bad behavior, but just a lack thereof of accomplishments? You get what I'm saying? So that's it. What's up, Mike V? Ain't nothing personal, brother. We family. It's just, you know what I'm saying? I'm really upset about a lot of shit right now I see going on. I see a lot of shit going on, and I'm really into this business shit, trying to do this investment. So I'm a little angry right now. And a lot of shit I see going on historically, I'm studying a lot of shit from 2008, 2010, 2012, 2000, even when Trump was in. And so, and you know, I hold Trump accountable for that shit. But I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think nobody would be president. You would not be president and just be 100% fair. Like, that shit just not going to happen. That's really the truth. I think they'll blow your brains out. If you come and say, you know what, we're going to blow the whistle on Wall Street. We're going to clean it up. We're going to go after the hedge funds. We're going to go after these brokerage houses and the fuckery that they're on. We're going to stop all that, and we're going to be fair to the retail consumer, i.e. you and me. That's a motherfucker that would be dead in probably 24 hours because they'll blow his brains out. No president would ever do that. And I'm talking about legitimately try to do it. I'm not talking about give us lip service. I'm talking about really go out here and say, I'm finna stop this shit that's going on. The more I get into this AFC squeeze shit, the more I see the fuckery going on. The more I'm like, damn. I saw an article the other day that says that they have probably in the last, what is it? They say in the last 17 years, they say they extracted $100 trillion out the market. 100 trillion. Let me get that straight. 1,000 billion dollars. Just so you know. Oh, wait a minute. I'll take that back. Is that 100,000 billion dollars? That's how you look at it. I think that's right. Yeah. Which would be 100 trillion. You know what I'm saying? So that's the point I'm trying to make. Like we you know, that shit is frustrating to say the least. You know what I'm saying?
So
Trump gives the rich tax breaks.
Sir, you don't know what you're talking about, sir.
Thank you,
You're just
Tariq.
saying
You
something
can Google
too
it.
Sir, you
You
just
can
said,
Google it.
sir,
That's why
sir.
all the rich black people was in the frenzy when Biden.
No. The squeeze ain't happened yet. The squeeze has not happened. Right now, I'm buying shares right now. The stock is at, what was it, 1880 something Friday. The squeeze ain't happened, bro. When the squeeze happened, you gonna know. Trust me. It's gonna be, and you talking about the squeeze that they stopped through Robinhood back in January of last year when they removed the buy button. Because Robinhood, it was what was it? GameStop was on the way to what was it? $450 $400. It was almost $500, and then they stopped it. So the squeeze ain't even taking place yet.
I said he's gonna tax 60% on the rich.
Sir, you don't know what you're talking about. When you don't
Anybody
have
can
it,
Google.
sir, you
Anybody
don't know what you're
Google it.
talking about. And it's okay to not know what you're talking about, sir. You're just talking.
So you don't get tax breaks from Trump.
Sir,
why would you want Trump in then?
Sir, if
Why
you
would
have a
why would
certain
any black
business,
person
stop
want Trump
babbling.
in?
You're gonna have to stop babbling, sir. Stop babbling. Stop babbling. You're babbling now.
Okay, go ahead.
If you have a business, no matter who's in your business, if it makes a certain amount of money, it's going to get a tax break just on the setup and the way.
Yeah, Solyndra got $1 billion. They got turned down under the Republicans and got $1 billion and shut down 30 days later. Got $1 billion in loan and we took off with it. Even, what was it? Bush said it was a bad deal. As soon as Obama got in, he signed off $1 billion. They shut right down. Yep, I know.
Businesses are set up. You can write things off with your business, no matter who's in
Under
office.
Trump,
That's
under
the giant
Obama.
talking point that you have. It ain't.
Under Obama, they do deals all the time. I still think Trump is the best president we've ever had in our lifetime. That's just me. But if I were to sit up here and say Trump didn't do some shit like deals and like with Wall Street, of course he did. Like I said, no president would be allowed to be president if he didn't make deals with the damn children of the fallen. That's just, and y'all know what I mean by children of the fallen. Y'all know who they are, the small hats, right? And so, yeah, Trump is the best president I've seen. That's just for a myriad of reasons, right? And so it is what it is. I know we disagree. I know you're Obama. Obama was your guy, wasn't he? I know that was your guy, Mike V. You just like my sister. This isn't personal. You know I love my damn sister, right? So this ain't personal. But we're talking politics. So it is what it is. Let me get into the real crux of the video, because I got to go upstairs with my boy. So let's get to it.
Now, you said, I'm going to quote you here, the system is rigged. A country where the systems inhibit and destroy black progress, whether by law, overt racism, or unconscious bias, is designed to produce niggas. Tell me.
Now that's a very deep. Let me go back. What did he say? Let's see what he said again. This is Ice Cube. This is why I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think rappers need to be out here being looked at as thought leaders for any fucking thing. Let's go.
I'm gonna quote you here. The system is rigged. A country where the systems inhibit and destroy black progress, whether by law, overt racism, or unconscious bias.
So you think Obama was the best? Yeah, I'm sure you do. Let's go.
Is designed to produce niggas. Tell us what you meant by that.
I mean, this is what's being produced by America because of their systems in place. It's not who we want to be.
Right.
You know,
And this is an energy. This is why it's dangerous. Whenever you put rappers into positions as thought leaders and any type of political leaders and any type of politics and shit like that. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Let me say this first, just as a side note. Q, please put something else on. Every time we've seen you, you got this shit on your head in the same black shirt with all this African shit up here. And so please, we get it. You love black people. We get it. But please, can you wear something else? Because clearly you have given some thought to putting this shit on. But now it's like, okay, we've seen you on 30 different occasions talking and you wearing the same shit. Come on, man.
When I say we, I mean some of us. But this is what's being produced because they're making hopeless situations. And
so let's look at that. So it's a hopeless situation. Let's unpack what Cube is saying. So you're creating niggas. You're making it hopeless. Is that the case? Let's think about the ghetto for a second. What goes on in the ghetto, right? He's high value. But let's look at what goes on in the ghetto for a second. And James didn't want to go at it. James, I don't want to go at it with you, bro. Crying over dead horse not bringing back to life. Can we move on past people? That's my question. Move on. That's yeah, we can. We can. That's what we gotta address some shit though. You know what I'm saying? In order to move on, we gotta get some shit out there. Like, for example, the ghetto, right? Usually, they say that, and this is, I forget where I heard this statistic, but they say there's about 3 things you need to do to not be in poverty. Number 1, graduate high school, not have children and get married, right? Not have children till you get married, right? Like, I think it's those 3 things or something. This might be one more, but if you do those 3 things, graduate high school, not have children until you get married, and get married, obviously, then that would give you a 98% chance of living above poverty. I don't know about y'all, but black people in America are the wealthiest on the planet. And so I'm not one to just say that my life is hopeless because you got a free education. Listen, a free education that if you chose to take advantage of, I don't believe this one. And I know I'm about to probably get a lot of people to disagree with this one, but I'm gonna say it. That's why we're here, right? If a black person goes to a school, I don't give a fuck if it's a failing school. If you take your ass to school and you bust your ass and you put in a couple of hours a day, just like your Asian counterparts would, what you would find is that black person would at least be able to qualify for a scholarship to a college and be able to get themselves a meaningful degree, i.e. a STEM science degree, and be able to, matriculate into other parts of the society and make good money like Mike V does, right? And do real well for themselves. So when you say hopeless, what do you mean? Usually, where I'm from, I got homeboys, right? I grew up with one of my homeboys sold dope. A bunch of them sold dope. Damn near all of them, right? Damn near all of them joined gangs. I was the only one that didn't sell dope and didn't join gangs that I knew of. Maybe 2. Me and another dude. And it's funny because that dude is in IT and he doing real good, lives in Huntsville, Alabama. He a Kappa, went to Alabama A&M, right? And so all my homeboys, when we was kids, they had parents that worked. Most of their parents was married. Most of them, no shit. If they wasn't married, they got a divorce, but they weren't born in wedlock. Most all my friends that I had back in the 80s, growing up in Alabama, were born in a 2-parent household. I was, right? I remember those were some of the best times of my life when I had my dad and my mom in the same house. Growing up older, as I got older, knowing what I know now, it's probably best that they weren't together. But that's right now as I'm looking back, right? If they could have saved it, yeah, but that's another video. But both my parents loved us dearly. They gave us everything they could. And like I said, I come from a family, I'm the youngest. And like I said, my other sister, which is she older than me, but she the youngest female sister. She is a PhD in education. My brother is next, and he is a Oracle financials consultant. And my sister, who's a damn anesthesiologist or nurse anesthetist, she puts people under for a living. Okay, She does real well. So that's all us, right? All us. They stress the importance of going to get your education. They stress. Now, I was a horrible ass student. I chased basketball and girls, right? That was me. I'm telling you what my junior high life was about. Girls and basketball, right? And I'm telling you that, but I knew better than to have kids out of wedlock, and I knew I was going to college. My mom, we didn't have any money a lot of times. My mom, when my parents got divorced, my sister, my dad would give us money from time to time and help us out. But if he didn't have it, my sister would help us out. Because she was a nurse by then, like in the 80s. So she was already doing pretty good back then. And she would help us with Christmas and stuff like that. But even when we didn't have money, mom would always take, and now I know why she did this. She would take all our clothes, t-shirts, shorts, everything to the dry cleaners and get our shit starched up, right? My mom did hair, so I kept a haircut twice a week. I get a haircut on like Tuesdays and then on a Friday. Always. I stayed getting haircuts. My shit was always clean, right? We didn't have a lot of money. I had cheap cologne, Chaps, Iron, but that was it. As a kid, this is what I had. I had little cheap $30 tennis shoes. One could possibly say that there were times where I was in a destitute situation. The lights got cut off a bunch of times. The gas got cut off, right? My sister moved. She had her own life. So my sister a lot of times could, but I know Mike V. Here we go with the black people can't make it speech. Let's go. I know. Out of our 100 people in our IT, there are only 3 black men, and all of us are from the same division. We have master's degree in IT, the Palm barely. The Palm colors barely have high school diplomas. Some ain't right. I do agree with that. I actually agree with you right there, Mike V. And I'm gonna tell you why I agree with you. Culture. Culture affects black people way more than racism and any other things that you guys can cite. Even if you're able to quantify these things and say there are cases where they do this and there are cases where white people do this to black people and harm black people. Even if you cite that stuff, the reason a lot of us, I don't know about me and you, but I know a lot of people will disagree and argue on these subjects is because culture. I don't give a fuck what school you go to, okay? If you listen, let me go ahead and show that diagram I always do, right? Average time per night. If you know my channel, you've been on my channel before, right? You've been on my channel before. You've seen this before, right? So let's look at this. This is Brookings Institute. Oops, wrong one. Sorry. Average hours spent. Wrong one. Damn. Where is it? Where's the diagram? Here it is. So this is AKA the homework gap. And as you can see, the Asian Americans on average pretty much averaging almost 2 hours. They're right under the cusp of 2 hours a night studying. Well, if you go and look at so like I did a video yesterday about Sergey Brin and the founding of Google and all these companies. And what did I say? I said, how can you get into the computer science PhD program at Stanford, which is damn near Ivy League, highly sought after? How can a black person get into that scenario, right? Usually you got to have a study habit. You have to have that study habit. And this right here shows that black people roughly about 32 minutes a night on average studying, right? Versus their Asian counterpart, damn near 4 times as much an hour. So you spend 30 minutes. That means every other night you'll get an hour. That's what that means, right? Whereas 2 hours a night, shit. That's average. That means per week they giving your ass 10 hours normally, at least eight, right? Not including Friday. And then on Sunday night, they might do a little bit more. This is why they outperform my ass on a lot of this shit that comes in. That when it comes to a lot of things, we get outworked, we get outperformed. And so I'm a big proponent of that. Yeah, I agree with foundational Black American, ADOS and all that. But at the end of the day, I ain't gonna lie and say that Africans don't bust their ass when they come over here. Culture. I went to school with a brother named Todd Kelly. Todd played basketball with us. Todd was not the most gifted athlete. Todd wound up being about 6'4". I think he played D1. But Todd was a brilliant student. Todd took the ACT in the 9th grade. And Todd missed 3 questions on the ACT. The teachers raved about him, right? Todd went to Carver. Carver was like East Side High from Lean On Me. Okay, it was probably a little bit cleaner than that, but especially Carver Junior High, right? Like Carver Junior High was East Side, that type of shit, right? It was that type of shit. It kills your brain cells. That's what we was on, right? Some guys beating up Kid Ray, like that. Y'all remember that movie, right? That's what our shit was like at Carver. This dude every day he'll come to the gym. I watched him. He'll get to the gym with us, play ball after school for about an hour and a half. 4:30, his mama's outside. He gone. It's still daylight. Guess what time I got my ass up out of there? When they cut the fucking lights out. I ain't leaving. I love that. Like, nigga, I don't want to leave. I want to stay up here. Because for me, I love basketball. I put in way more hours on a basketball court than Todd did. And it showed. When we played basketball, I was a better player than Todd. But Todd was a good player. He was a smart player, but he wasn't as athletic. Bro, I was in the weight room. By the time I lift weights, because after school, I'm going to the weight room. I'm hitting the squat rack every day, 5 days a week. I'm hitting the squat rack, leg press, right? Every day. I ain't do no bench, none of that shit, just legs, right? Because I wanted, back when in my era, it was all about dunking on motherfuckers, right? I go to the gym. I play 1 or 2 games with Todd. He gone. It's 4:30. Because I done worked out for like 45 minutes. Then I walk in there, we play 2 games, he gone, right? I'm in there too with the drug dealers coming in, all them, they getting there at 5 o'clock. We play till the lights go out. That's what I did. And I would walk home every day. That was my life. And you wonder why I struggled academically. Because when I walk home, it's time to call the ladies, man. Because, you know, by the time I leave the gym at 9 and get home, get something to eat, it's 10 o'clock. Now it's time for the slow jams. Now I'm on the phone making love to my lady through the phone, you know, all that shit, right? That was my life. But guess what? It showed, it paid dividends. When I saw Todd ass and we had got out of school, Todd was going to medical school. I saw him one Christmas, me and my homeboy, Big Mud, the All-American. We was in the mall one Christmas. We was all getting, we was older and stuff. I said, what's up with you, man? What you been up to? What you know about the Quiet Storm, player? What you know about the Quiet Storm? So look, I said, what's up with you, man? He like, man, yeah, man, I'm getting ready to go to medical school. I'm still playing. I still got some eligibility, but I'm going to probably go ahead and do my first year. He was out there in Portland. He was in Oregon somewhere. He had grown to about 6'4", I said, okay, good, man. We talked this shit like that, but I wasn't surprised. Was I shocked Todd was in the damn, was going in to be a doctor? Hell no. Why was I not shocked? Because he had a good work habit, study habits. I didn't. So I had a 1.9 GPA. Yeah, I took calculus and trigonometry and all the advanced classes, and I took a lot of them with Todd, but I half-assed it. He gave it all he had. He got all A's. He missed 3 questions on the ACT. He went to the Duke TAPS program, which is where all these kids from all over the country, he was going to that shit back in 92, 91. He was going to the Duke TAPS program, right? I didn't know what the fuck that was. He told me I wanted to go. I was like, damn, I wish I could go. Damn. What? He said, yeah, man, every summer they take us out and we go to this program and we learn computer programming. Then we do, I go out and you could be a doctor or you could be, you go and you learn all these different things. And it's the best and brightest of all the country. And he knew I had a gift in biology because I was real good at biology. I was. That's one class I didn't have to try hard. I was just sitting in front of the class. And because I was interested, it's not because I was brilliant. It's just because I was interested in biology and I cared about the corona and the strona and the damn processes of photosynthesis and all that crazy shit that they taught in the damn valence clouds and chemistry and all that. I learned all that shit, right? Still remember it. But because I was interested in it, I remembered it, and it was easy for me to remember science. And science was my best subject. He's like, man, you ought to go to this thing, man, because you probably better than a lot of them kids up there with this science shit, man. You'd be good. Now he didn't know I was half-assing my damn English, and he didn't know my grades, right? I knew him. I knew I wasn't going to qualify for that shit, right? That's the problem. So when Ice Cube says what he says about they just pressing us out and popping us out to fail, we fell in on our own. Do I think that there's some truth in this? And yes, there is. Let's let this play. Let me show you what I do agree with.
People are going to do whatever they need to do to survive. Yeah. And when people go overboard,
So in order to do what you got to do to survive, you got to sell drugs, join gangs and shit. You got to not do your homework. Even when you have an intact family structure, or even if you don't, even when you have a single parent home, but your mom or dad or whoever's raising you is on your ass about your academics, but you half-assed it anyway, and you're like me, right? Because I half-assed it, right? I didn't join gangs. I didn't sell drugs. I knew I was going to college the whole fucking time. Back then, that's what they tell you. Like, today, I don't know. But back then, you going to college or you ain't going to be nothing. That's how we thought. I know that's stupid. But back then, that's how that's how people thought in the 80s and 90s, right? Go to college to make something out yourself, right? I knew I was going to college in elementary school. I knew. But the point I'm trying to make, you look at this stuff and you say, is this somebody forcing us to do this? Right? Like, if I'd have wanted to, the way I applied myself in biology, I didn't even study. I barely studied in biology. That just go to show you. I would do my biology, like if you got something like a homework, I would do that shit in another class. Like, that's how I did my homework. I would get into class where you don't really do shit, and I would just sit there and do other class homework. That's what I was lazy. I was lazy. The lack of opportunities that I didn't have when I was coming out of high school was because of my laziness. Now, can a lot of people today, can black people, if Ice Cube were to say that, he'd be ran up out of the black community. He almost got ran up out of the community for saying he'll talk to Trump. So you can't really, if you're never, and this is why I played the damn, stop trying to fight the reaper, just relax and let it go. That's why I played this shit right here. This here.
You can fight it, though you'll still try. And you can try it till you fight it, but you'll still die.
The reason I played that shit about you'll still die is because if you can't approach something and be objective and fair and really rightfully divide shit, then you'll never really get to a solution. If we're gonna play, it's like trying to play basketball and got your hands tied behind your back. Both of them. Right? Like, damn, how am I going to play basketball? I would have said one, but I seen that one kid, that boy got game. I forget his name. The boy with one arm, he a motherfucker. But anyway, it's like trying to look at this guy and say, okay, you got two arms behind your back, but you're going to shoot the ball. Like, how you going to shoot the damn ball? Right? That's a problem for me. You get what I'm saying? What we got? And they say, well, if I'm 21 with a grant, I could go to prison for 20 years. Therefore, I will give it to a 13-year-old because he's underage. There's a lot of bullshit going on with the drug game. It's a lot of shit going on with the drug game, right? But I'm going to say this, and this is very unpopular what I'm about to say. By show of hands, by typing a one in the chat, who sold dope? Because we all from the black community. We all had a lot of dope opportunities. I had opportunities to sell. I had people ask me if they wanted me to, they wanted me to sell, but did I want to sell? I got approached about 4 or 5 times, asked if I wanted to sell drugs because I was playing basketball at a gym around a bunch of drug dealers, right? And then by the time I got older, it was kind of like Venus and Serena. They told me, they said, man, we don't want you out here. This ain't what you about. We could tell you're a good kid. We don't want, this is what the dope boys used to tell me. We know you love basketball. This is where you're going to be. And I respect all them niggas for that shit. I see them niggas now, I hug them for doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I respect the fact that they looked out. Even though I wasn't going to do it anyway, they tried to look out for me. Most black people have not sold dope. Most black men, I'm talking about, when I say most, I'm not talking about 51%. We're talking probably upwards of, I'd say about in the 90s, a percentage of black men, black boys that have never sold drugs before. But okay, let's go down. Let's say 80. 80%, 4 and 5 have never sold drugs before. I believe that. You know what I'm saying? Why? Damn near all of us was told. Yeah, that was Tupac's story. Damn near all of us were told to sell drugs or asked to sell drugs or around it. If I'd have wanted to sell dope, I could have did that shit like that in seconds. Why didn't I? Right? First of all, I was scared to go to jail. That was the main thing. Well, actually, the main thing was me being scared of my father and my mother. That was really what kept me from the drug game. Then the police. Then I saw the type of shit that people went through that sold dope that I knew. Getting robbed and shit. Like, a lot of that shit went on, right? I saw niggas killing niggas over that shit. Like, I know a dude at 14 years old we used to play like football in the street as toddlers. We played with Transformers and G.I. Joe together. and mask and all that shit, right? He went out there and blew a nigga's brains out, point blank, right at Ridgecrest Park over some drugs, over a beef, over some damn money, over a little bitty $150 worth of dope. I ain't seen that nigga out on the street since. Last time I saw him, he was about wide as a fucking dope. That nigga back was, I'm not talking about fat either. That nigga was gargantuan. I said, they let that nigga out. He'll kill a motherfucker with his bare hands now. Damn, that nigga Steve done got big. That's all I was like, man, you see how big Steve got? And the last time I saw him, they let him out to come home for his mama. I remember that shit. I don't know how they did that shit because he had some white folks with him. And his mama, somebody died, and he came. They actually saw him, and I saw him in the Department of Corrections with the white on. I said, I'll be damned. That nigga done got big as hell. He saw me, and we spoke to each other. That's what I'm talking about. So my thing is, black men, black boy, you don't have to sell drugs. I don't even think that's an option that a lot of black boys take. Because if that was the only thing, then most black boys would wind up being, well, y'all got to excuse me, my nose stopped up, but I feel fine, but my nose stopped up. I don't know why. But anyway, most black boys don't sell dope, man. Most of us do not sell drugs. Most of us, you know, we graduate, we go to school, we do what we're supposed to do. Most of us. What happens is, you know, we get up and we keep hearing shit like this.
Well, shit.
Call them niggas.
Well, you know, they got them new model niggas now. You seen the white ones?
Yeah, they produced them too. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got it too good either, you know.
Right.
You know, especially the poor white people, they don't have it great. You know, they're
at least we got hip hop.
They're being tricked to live on their whiteness as a commodity,
right,
and not really gain wealth in real commodities.
See, this is the thing. So this is the lack of what's the word? Understanding for a lot of black people when it comes to white middle class America. You've heard me say on my channel many times that some of your biggest allies are probably going to be people that you think are racist as hell. And when you're like, what are you talking about? I'm like, okay, it's clear you don't fuck with me, I don't fuck with you. You don't want our kids intermingling, cool. But if you go and when they approach politics, they thinking they want the same shit you want. They want their children safe at schools. They don't want crime. They want nice jobs. They want, you know, a middle class lifestyle. They want to be able to, you know, have their daughter be able to have an opportunity to go to college, or their son be able to go to college or do whatever they want to join the military. These people want the same shit you want out of life. The only difference is the race shit when it comes to racism. And so they'll look at somebody from the Tea Party who was complaining back in 2012 or 2010 and say it was white supremacy, right? My thing is, when I look at the Tea Party, I knew exactly why the Tea Party was doing what they were doing, because I was in the run. I was more Republican back then. I followed Ron Paul, and I looked at why they were saying what they said. Now we know that the Fed printed off $29 trillion in 2008. They looked at us and lied and said it was $3 trillion. It was $29 trillion that they printed off for these banks and shit like that, for other foreign countries to take. They printed off our money that we gonna have to pay for. They drawing interest on that shit off our fucking labor and gave that shit to the whole world and all these people all over the world, right? And we just not finding that shit out. Nobody's talking about it, but they just got that released this year, right? And so when the Tea Party was saying what they were saying, it wasn't that they was, oh, we're racist, we just hate this nigger. That's it. No, you went and took over 1/6 of the economy through Obamacare, or at least you were proposing to at the time. And so these people were looking like, man, economically, that doesn't make sense. The taxes, same shit that people are complaining about now with this damn quantitative easing, all this shit. It's still the same shit. The inflation, we starting to feel this shit now. And so, yeah, that's what the Tea Party primarily was for, because I went to a lot of rallies. You know what I'm saying? You did, yep, thank you. You went to same thing. It's not like my brother was a member, the damn representative for that shit. They had that shit all over Montgomery, man. They used to have rallies. It was not Were there some racist white folk? Of course. Was it some white folks pulling up with Confederate flags and shit? Yes. But like I told you, this is the thing. A person can hate black people. Does that mean that they support somebody giving their 5-year-old grandchild hormone shots? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like this, okay, well, I'm against this. So what the Democrats do is they use the ideology of racism, white supremacy as a prodding stick to get you to go and move how they want you to move. And I'm saying, black man, wake up. Black woman, wake up. That's what I'm saying.
They're just saying, look, just be happy you white and keep everybody else down and under you,
That's
and
why
then you good.
In the wealth gap, see, because the thing is, so the rich elite whites tell the poor whites, hey man, don't worry about what I got. At least you're white.
See, now this shit is way more like, I see what he's saying. How should I put this? I gotta watch what I say before I get it straight. The children of the fallen, you got them right. Let me see if I can do a diagram. What the hell, right? See if I can do Microsoft Paint again, right? Let's see if I can do it. Paint. There we go, right? So, look, man, you got, and I'm not gonna draw stick people because I ain't got time, right? But so you got the children, you got two sides, right? So over here you got the children of the fallen, they rich, right? And then you got wealthy people, right? And it's way more wealthy people, right? Of all walks of life, successful, doing real well, started businesses. But let me separate this shit out a little bit because should do it like this. This is the children of the fallen over here, right? So just stay with me, right? The children of the fallen only make up about 2 to 3% of the population, out of which you only have a real fraction of them that's even really controlling shit. So I should probably come inside here and do like this. That's the power structure right there. That's all the power right there. Now, they all contain within this one group, right? And then you got all the rich people over here. Now, there's a big-ass difference between the people over here and the people over here, right? We don't know that. That never gets talked about. They don't want it talked about. We just say wealthy, and what we do is we put everybody in the same category. It's not like that, right? The black guy that flipped houses and has millions of dollars is not the same as the people that's in the middle of this circle right here that are from the children of the fallen, right? They just not, right? And so when I say children of the fallen, I'm talking about the small hats, right? So what T.I. just said was, and I'm gonna come over here to the regular side. So this is the people that don't got no money over here. My bad. Let me do this again, like that. Let me do that again, right? So you got white, you got black, right? You got more white people, obviously, and this is black folks. But you got more white people. You got a whole bunch of white folks, right? Now they middle class or poor. There's warring going on between these people. The people that are pulling the string from all this shit are these people right here. They pulling the string for all this shit. It's these motherfuckers right here. What black people do, they look at all this shit here. They look at the rich, the elite, black, white. They look at middle class whites, broke whites, and they call that shit white supremacy. And what happens is it's hard to really understand and be accurate when you say the rich, right? Because when you say the rich, you talking about just all these people here, and you talking about white supremacy. You talking about all these people here, which I'm going to be honest with you, a lot of these folks here don't give a fuck about white supremacy. A lot of these people just trying to live their fucking life. A lot of these white folks don't give a fuck about trying to hold. They just like, man, I don't give a fuck. I'm busy trying to make money. I'm busy trying to run a business. I talk about that all the time. I say, man, running a business is one of the hardest things you can do in life. It just is, right? So, so black folks, we think we got all the answers figured out. And this is what happens is the real problem is the power structure is set up right here. These people right here. You know what I'm saying? And that's the problem. Those people right there, which is an oligarchy of probably around, I say 1 to 10,000 people that control all the reins of power from Hollywood, Wall Street, the International Monetary Fund, the Bilderberg Group, Trilateral Commission, the Federal Reserve. You always see these people. Geithner. You can tell by their last names what type of people I'm talking about, right? And so these people tend to be the ones that work and intermingle with these people more than anybody. And what they do is, these are their friends. Now, these people over here know what the fuck going on. A lot of them do, not all of them. A lot of these people over here in the wealthy column, they know what the fuck is going on. Right? Into the black boule, right? Into the tattoo that you see on LeBron James's chest, right? The boule, right? That's what that is. Into these rappers that sell drugs and sex and debauchery to our daughters and to our sons and shit like that. Molly Percocet, all that bullshit, right? These motherfuckers know what's going on. If you sit them down, shout out to Ali Vegas, the brother that was on Doggy Diamonds. He talked about this same shit. He said, man, when you get in this industry, that's just the music industry. We're not even talking about Hollywood. We damn sure ain't talking about porn. I mean, duh, right? Porn is one of the biggest ones, right? But at the top of all that shit is a small hat. Child of the Fallen, right? And they orchestrate all this shit. And so these people over here, they got rules. If you say something against the children of the fallen, Whoopi Goldberg, right? Nick Cannon, we gonna spank you, right? And it don't even have to necessarily be something disrespectful. Like Jay-Z, when he said in 444, so you wonder why those small hats got all this wealth and land. And they got mad and the Anti-Defamation League came after him. Like, that wasn't really defamation. That was just saying they got a lot of land. But that's not true because, the people that own the land are white people and they're not even, so he's just lying. Leo Cohen, exactly, right? And so the problem is, until you say, okay, who owns the wealthiest land in America? Then it's going to be a who's who of small hats, right? Y'all see that movie Billions? Remember the guy bought the house and shit just to piss people? Them type of motherfuckers. Wall Street, right? That's who I'm talking about, right? And so that's who's the wealthy. They control this shit. They don't let these people know, right? And from time to time, you'll see what these people like to do. A lot of times, they like to do little shit like this, right? They'll give you something like you'll be watching a show or watching something. You'll see some shit like, wait a minute, oops, sorry. You'll see something like this, right? You'll see something like this, right? And you'll see that little all-seeing, it'll be split right here. Then they'll put the little eye down here or some shit like that, right? So y'all kind of getting into what I'm talking about, right? So you'll see the eye. I know that's ugly. It's crude. But what I'm saying is they put this shit all in the music. They put it everywhere because to them, they get a kick. Like at NASA, when you look at the patches of all these missions and shit, if you watch these missions, these NASA missions, and look at the patches for all that shit. It's a bunch of that shit that they putting right out in front of you. It's really mysticism, right? From that book that starts with the letter K, right? And so they put that shit out, and that is what controls the music, that was controlled Hollywood, that was controls all this shit. And so the white people and the black people going back and forth with Black Lives Matter and all that shit, they saw that shit. People got upset with Trayvon Martin. They said, how can we monetize this? And how can we further this towards our agenda? You know what? I'm going to take a guy out of Maryland by the name of DeRay McKesson, and I'm going to fly him out there when Mike Brown gets shot. And I'm going to have him out there tweeting. I'm going to give him $100,000. I'm going to give him, thank you, King. That's exactly what I was talking about. But anyway, we'll give him money. I'm going to take these 3 lesbians, trained Marxist, right? And I'm going to push them to an agenda that I find that I want, right? And so I bet you like, okay, well, where do you get this stuff from? You just saying this. Where do you get this from? I'll tell you what. Let's go here. Let's go here.
Friedrich Engels once said, "The care."
I want y'all to listen to what these people say. Now, Friedrich Engels is a guy who had a lot to do with Karl Marx and the writing of. Now, these are children of the fallen, right? Darwin, Marx, Engels, children of the fallen. Freud. Let's go.
And education of children becomes a public matter. Society cares equally well for all children, legal or illegal. This removes the care about the consequences, which now forms the essential social factor, moral and economic, hindering a girl to surrender unconditionally to the beloved man. Friedrich Engels, the author of The Origin of the Family, Private Property, and the State, and close associate to Karl Marx, was advocating for the abolition of the family unit.
That's Darwin up there with him too.
But more importantly, he was petitioning for the abolition in the full quote, which is quite long.
That's Lenin. That's Lenin.
For the abolition of the role of the wife. So why would he advocate for the destruction of one of the most recognizable and most important things in the history of mankind? Well, it's the same reason thousands of people are working towards.
See, this is. Let me show you. See this shit here? Abortion, women's rights, my body, my choice, all that shit. That's what this is. These motherfuckers pulling us right where they want. Watch. This dude gonna break that shit down. Watch.
The abolition of the family this very day. I'm doing this video in collaboration with the American Populist Union. I have a video on their channel outlining why I believe that the family should be the right wing's #1 priority. You should go watch that after you're done with this video. They closely tie into one another. You see, Engels believed that the monogamic marriage, what we know as the nuclear family, upholds the capitalist system. The ownership, accumulation, and saving of wealth all comes down to a man and his greedy ways because of his connection to the family. Entirely turning away from God and God's commandments and any documentation of reality, Engels falsely believes that the natural good between man and woman is when they live communally within a tribe, where there is no bond between one man and one woman, but rather, quote, unrestricted sexual intercourse, so that every woman belonged to every man and vice versa. He thought this communistic household of the primitive types, where they shared possessions, their game from hunts, and even one another throughout the tribe. Engels believed that this form of unrestricted decadence gave way to, after years of progression, the monogamic relation.
See, James, the reason you say you have to compromise your morals to be a boss, they've been running Hollywood for years. So every time you watch television, a rich person's the bad guy. And you think that's just by design. That's by design. That's to program you. To think that just because somebody owns a business or they're successful, they stepped on somebody's back to get there, right? We believe that. We don't believe in the concept of God, not saying you, but we don't believe God honors people operating businesses and growing certain things. This shit is by design. Good example. This shit here. Black Lives Matter website, what we believe, right? This is what they had on their website for about, what, up until last year? And what does this say? We disrupt the Western prescribed nuclear family structure requirement by supporting each other as extended families and villages that collectively care for one another, especially our children, to the degree that mothers, parents, and children are comfortable. They don't want the nuclear family. They want that shit destroyed. Exactly. That is what they want. That is what they're pushing for. They want the family destroyed. If you destroy the family, you got people right where you want them. Look at the black community. As fucked up as it is, you destroyed the family. You destroyed it. Everybody knows that, right? So why is it that the black community is staunch, like leaning to it, like staunch in being Democrat, staunch in supporting these ideologies of taxing the rich, very socialist, very anti-capitalist, a lot of us are, and yet our families are in shambles? Is it not social engineering? And what is social engineering? Let's type that up. What is social engineering? Because I like to get the definitions of shit, right? So social engineering, right here, the use of centralized planning, or like from an oligarchy, a group of people, right, in an attempt to manage social change and regulate the future development and behavior of a society, in particular the black community. So they basically centralized. Let me go back to my little diagram. These people right here said, well, damn, they shooting people. Shit, I'm gonna send a gay guy up there, and I'm gonna get him with a gay flag, and then I'm gonna send some 3 LGBT women out there. One guy by the name of George Soros, right? Small hat, child of the fallen, right? And next thing you know, all these people are sending billions of dollars to an organization that say they want to destroy the family. And not only did they say that, let's see what else the organization said. The organization also said, we foster a queer affirming network. When we gather together, now look what they say. When we gather together, that means when they protested. We do so with the intention of freeing ourselves from the grip of heteronormative thinking, or the idea that a man and a woman is supposed to be together, right? They fucked us, man. They have fucked black people. Or rather, the belief that in all the world, that all in the world are heterosexual. I'm not saying everybody's heterosexual, but damn, y'all want to make up for supposedly 45% of the population. Why the fuck do we got to all adhere to what you want us? You want to, well, what do you want to be? You want to be a boy? You want to be like, you get the fuck out of here. That's where we at now, right? This is the problem right here. They tell me they want to dismantle patriarchal practice. They want to dismantle patriarchy. This is what he's talking about in this video, is patriarchy. We don't look at it like that. The man leading the family. This is what they're talking about.
Which is what we call, as I said, the nuclear family. Ingalls believed that it is the modern inception of the family which is wrong, contrary to human nature and ideal living standards. Ingalls thought that because the
See, that book that started with the letter K that he was talking about, if you go read it, a lot of that shit in there is about just having sex orgies and doing a lot of dirty shit with kids and shit. That's what it's on. That's what it's really about. Not all of them. We talking about that small oligarchy I told y'all about. Not all of them, okay? But that a lot of those people think like that, which is why they're using BLM right now to go into schools and push it. See, and let me tell you the beautiful thing about it. See, let me tell you how they really played us for the okie doke. This is how I know they done fuck black folks, right here. So when I say what I'm saying, I say this shit with conviction, damn it. I don't just pull this shit out my ass. I say this shit with conviction. So this is about the Frankfurt School. I talk about this same shit all the time. The chief weapon in their ideological arsenal was criticism. The Frankfurt School made it academically fashionable to subject every old truth claim to new criticism, meaning traditional family values. That's what they're talking about. That shit you see that the guy said in the video, that's what he's talking about. He said, or critical theory. Sound familiar? Critical theory? Critical race theory? Anyone? Let's keep going. Quite in harmony with Marx, every established authority in every established belief must be questioned, challenged, critiqued, doubted, ridiculed, marginalized, weakened, subverted, destroyed, and replaced. One of the basic tenets of critical theory, the necessity of breaking down the contemporary family. They wrote this shit 100 years ago, right? Not this, but that's what they were saying. These people said this shit, right? He said the Institute scholars preach that even a partial breakdown of parental authority in the family might tend to increase the readiness of a coming generation of exception to accept social change. Following Karl Marx, the school stressed the authoritarian personality is a product of the patriarchal family. When you see the word patriarchy, you mean black men, you mean men leading. That's what they want to remove us as leaders of our houses, bro. That's really what this shit is, which is what happened to the black community, and look at what happened to it, right? It was Marx who wrote despairingly about the idea of the family being the basic unit of society. In 1955, Herbert Marcuse published Eros and Civilization. In the book, Marcuse accused the Western culture was inherently repressive or it held people back because it gave up happiness for social progress. The book called Polymorphous Perversity, a concept crafted by Sigmund Freud. I told y'all they everywhere, right? It's posed the idea of sexual pleasure outside the traditional norms. Sexual pleasure outside the traditional norms means sticking your dick into some hole that you don't, whatever, where fecal matter come out, or anything that's not traditional, where a man and a woman procreating, having children. It is a perversion, pretty much. This is what we at, right? It says Eros and Civilization will become the very influential in shaping the sexual revolution of the 1960s. Marcuse will become the one to answer Horkheimer's question in the 1930s. Who would replace the working class as the vanguards or agitators of the Marxist revolution? Marcuse believed that it would be a victim coalition of minorities, blacks, women, and homosexuals. Now, this is the thing. A lot of us as black people, we feel as though, we don't understand when we say stuff that this shit is all in our fucking brains. Like, for example, The proletariat, Karl Marx, shit like that. What y'all see this? Y'all see this image? Y'all see these images? This represents the proletariat. I'm looking at proletariat images. Let's get rid of that. Look at that. That look familiar. That fist look familiar for y'all. How about this one? That look familiar? This is old shit though. Y'all, they running game on this. Y'all see how old this shit from like the 30s and 40s, these images. You don't really hear people talk about this shit. That's what that shit represented. That fist represents the proletariat. Bam. The fist represents the proletariat. That's what this is about. His whole beard, the way he looked back then, was about destructive of traditional norms. That's why he wore his beard like that. Real shit. Right? And he had a very close relationship with the devil. He said, I mean, he was a very, very into the idea of Satan and shit. You know, it is what it is. Look at that. Save the proletariat. That looked like a black fist, don't it? So, I mean, you know, at the end of the day, you've been cooked and glazed, black people. You've been doctored up by some people in this diagram that I gave y'all a second ago. And these people decided what the fuck they wanted for us. We didn't get a chance to make our own decisions. I'm for black empowerment. But I say let's remove all the ideologies and ideas given to us by these people right here from this oligarchy, and let's start really seeing what's objective for us and what's going to help us move forward. Because until then, you can't understand this shit. You got to sift through all this shit to get to the real truth. So when you see these celebrities talking, I mean, this shit is funny. You got a guy up here with a trap museum talking about oppressing the black people and shit. Let
You know, you're white, you can live off that, you'll be much better and further along than them. And you know what I'm saying? They've been eating that shit up for so long, right?
And sometimes they tell them, like, you don't have nothing because I got to give it to them. I got to give it to the niggas. I can't give it to you.
Right.
And they get mad at us like we getting something for free.
Brother, that was true 100 years ago. Show me where a black person built something and made himself a target. Show me where a black person can't build a business today that is a huge, you could go on Amazon, you could do so many things today. Like, we got to stop thinking, well, we can't ever build power, because there was a time where the small hats didn't have power. They thought 100 years out in advance. We can't just always be so scared to have shit because we worried about some rich person. This is just how shit works, right? That's like saying, man, the bully's so big, I'm going to just bend over and grab the ankles. Like, fuck that. Fuck that shit. I ain't grabbing shit, bitch. You got to kill me. That's where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Throw a punch, man. Fuck that shit. Don't let them take your lunch money. You know what I'm saying? You don't let them take your lunch money. We give up so fucking easy. Oh, they're rich, they're powerful, and if we get any type of wealth, they're gonna come and knock us down. Man, fuck that shit. Make them. Make them. Why is it that they built Silicon Valley in the 1950s and 60s? And I'll be damn, here come the Indians and Asians that took that bitch over. How did they do it? Huh? Like, that. My thing is this, man. Just be excellent, black people. Kick ass. The most empowering thing you can do for black people is to be excellent. Because then it is easy for a brother like that or a sister like that. It's easy for Mike V to write a check for $10,000 if he have to. I guesstimating, but if he make what I think he make, you know what I'm saying, I might be wrong. But he can start a business. He could go and employ people. He can go do all types of shit. Some of my students are doing just that. You know what I'm saying? I got on, I helped my students. I helped them. I educated them. They get out there doing their thing. Shit, a couple of them making more than me in IT. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, shit, go get it. Shit, he making, I got one of them. His ass probably making $500,000. But shit, I'm happy for him. You know what I'm saying? Doing his thing. You know, and he called me. You know what I'm saying? He called me. He was like, yeah, man, I'm doing pretty good. I got a business. I said, well, damn, bro. Damn, you doing pretty damn good. Shit, a lot of these students are better than me at this shit now. I told them, God used me as the vessel. I'm proud. Fuck, I'm going to brag. Fuck it, I'm going to brag on you. Kick ass, right? But what I'm saying is, who will deny me? Who's going to deny me, James? James, with all due respect, just think of it this way. You got to spit the Willie Lynch chip out, bro. The most powerful thing a white person can hear is that white people won't let them do something. Listen to me now. White people will never tell you this shit. But if you really look at it, anytime we complain about some shit we can't do because the white folks won't let us do something, then that means that in a roundabout way, like they say, oh, well, you're oppressing us. You won't let us do this. You want a white person here, you too fucking weak. And in the chain of evolution and in the chain of Darwinism, which is how a lot of people think, you don't deserve to survive, bitch, if you can't take care of yourself. You know what I'm saying? This is how they think. They think black people. Listen, this is how they think of black folks. We have got to stop thinking like that. That they're not going to let a man fuck the bitch. You ain't got to let me, bitch. I'm going to take it. That boy up there watch. I told him not to watch on my account. Anyway, but let me go here to my favorites. Let me go to my favorites. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to give you a good example of what I'm talking about. Right? So this guy, watch this shit here. This is what I'm talking about.
You want to come and win, and then
watch this.
Being absent from black homes is one of the main. Oh, you're not weak. You're just, you're beasts of the field. You need white men to tell you how to live and show you how to live.
We're beasts. We're beasts of the field. We're beasts of the field, and we need.
We're not being denied. I said it. Black people are not being denied. You standing in your own motherfucking way. I'm not pretending, bro. You believe that shit. And I honestly, when I say spit the Willie Lynch chip out, I mean stop having a colonized mind, bro. Why is it that it's only the fucking white man can be the signer in the front of the check? Black men can't sign in front of the check, right? Black man can't sign in front of the check. No, fuck that. I'm gonna sign in front of the check, bitch. And if it kills me, that's what it's gonna be. If I ain't gonna make it, my son gonna make it. And I'm gonna raise him and drill it in him. He gonna think just like they do, except without all the child molesting and all that shit. But he gonna think just like them. Because I'm gonna tell them who they are. This is who they are. This is what they doing. This is what it is. This is how you need to think. Quit thinking that they ain't gonna let you do something. I hate to hear black folks say that shit. You deserve, listen, can I be honest? Guys, y'all want me to be honest for a second. Really? When you think like that, you deserve to be, listen to this. Listen to this shit. Listen to this white man. Because he talking about you, James. Listen to this.
Worse since the end of segregation.
Yes,
so you tell me why black men, once they get their freedom, they don't stay with their family. Why?
I don't know.
I'm not saying you don't say your kids. I don't know you like that. Just listen to what he's saying, the other part, though.
Maybe we're weak, like you say.
Oh, you're not weak. You're just, you're beasts of the field. You need white men to tell you how to live and show you how to live.
We're beasts.
That's it right there. It's some deep shit in that. You need white men to tell you what the fuck it is. Because without us, listen to what he said.
We're beasts of the field. We're beasts of the field.
Spit that shit out. It's a Willie Lynch chip. It's colonization of your mind. Fuck that. I'm like, look, I'm Morpheus on top of the bridge. You can jump across, man. You can make it. We on top of the damn building. You can do it. Free your mind, bro. No motherfucking white man gonna tell me what the fuck I'm gonna live, how I'm gonna have, and you ain't gonna stop me from doing a motherfucking thing. That's just how I feel about it. This is not me being, I don't hate white folks, but I'm gonna get it till I die. That's just how it is. That's the blood I come from. That's the bloodline I come from. That's how my family is. My brother, all us the same way. That's why my brother conservative like me. We conservative because we like, well, man, fuck that shit. Bitch, you got to give me free shit. Don't give me nothing. I want tax cuts, though. So you telling me when I win, I get to keep more of my money? Yeah, I'm going to support that side. Because I'm going to win. You see how the mentality is? It's a difference, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. When you have that oh shit moment, trust me, I would not be. Oh shit. Oh, so see there? I got to learn. See, this is the thing. So what he's telling me is, and look, I love brothers like you because I love brothers like you. So what he's telling me is, you're not going to succeed, and the white man ain't going to let you. He ain't going to let you succeed. You know what? I could kind of drop some shit now and say some shit. Technically, I'm a success already. Ain't no, man, damn that. I am a success. I say that with confidence. I am a success. God already blessed me. I give God the glory. I'm already blessed. What happened? Like, let's go to the Bible. Some of y'all don't believe the Bible, but let's go there for a second. What happened to Joseph when he was in Egypt? What happened to Daniel when he's in Babylon? I can flourish in any system. It don't matter. Not that I think I'm better than you. You could too. But you just got to tap into the right stuff, man. You're not, and I'm not trying to say I don't even know you, but when you think that you're going to fail, I'm not saying I'm going to climb the corporate ladder. I'm not saying the white man's going to trust and give me. I'm saying I want to build my own shit. And I don't give a fuck if it's small right now. I'm going to keep building until it's something. If it's just a little something. I can say, son, daddy, I done gave out. I'm about to leave this earth, but here, I'm going to leave you with couple of million in this. I got this for you. I got life insurance. I also got you a business that's going to make this. Yeah. I figured that. I figured by your eye you would say that. So that's it. You know, a lot of black men, you can't mention the Bible without them telling you that. So somehow I'm at it. So what I'm saying right now, this is a good example, great example. So what I'm saying right now, I'm controlled by the white man because I believe in Christ. You see what I'm saying? I don't believe it. I'm not at any disadvantage. In fact, young deity, young God, right? You are no more empowered than me, brother. That a lot of these black folks, brothers love to do that, right? They love to go at black folks. When you quote the Bible, and the white man got you, nigga. What the fuck you think I'm finna? Am I saying anything that lets you know that I'm gonna let the white man take something from me? Do you hear any type of weakness in my motherfucking voice? I hate when people do that. With all due respect, ain't nothing personal, but I don't like when people try to come at me and say just because I say, hey man, I know a lot of y'all don't believe, but and that's why it's to the point I gotta apologize about my own faith. You 20 in law school, great. So what does that mean? Does that mean something? You successful, good. So am I. What does that mean? So you God and I'm not? Because you believe you God, right? You God and I'm not. So if the white man pull you over and he races and you're a race soldier, so to speak, he pull your ass over. You can tap into the ancestors and stop bullets like Neo, right? Stop it, bro. Stop it. You ain't time out for that one, fam. Anyway, because we got to keep on with the video. The whole mindset of the black man.
Then we need to be led by white men. That's what you just said?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And the biggest example, I'd say your beast of the field. If you read the Bible, it says that beasts like to mate back to back. And we all know how black men look, big old fat asses. You mate back to back. You're beast.
Right.
And without white men telling you how to live, you fall apart. And that's we can see that.
See, that's the thing, man. This is how, and the reason I played this is how the world sees you, black man. Listen to me, black woman. When you beg and grovel for the basic shit necessities of life that other people have, that the people, that they have, and you like, well, I'm oppressed, I'm this, I'm that. People see you and say, you're not oppressed, you're just fucking lazy. That's how they think, right? So you know what that says to the rest of the world? And I'm telling you as a person who's traveled all over the world, go over to a foreign country and have words with somebody in China. Watch what the fuck they say. Oh, they're going to speak fluent English. And watch what they tell you. Watch what they say, right? Watch what they're going to say. There was a guy with a business right here in Atlanta, and he got into it with a guy at the door. And you know what he said? He said, you guys in America are so fucking late. This is a guy that had a bunch of black people in his store in his business on a Friday. He said that shit in front of everybody. You deserve whatever happens to you when you guys get shot. And it was right when people was getting shot. It was like 2014 when some shit was going on. And he said that shit. And the point I'm trying to make is at the end of the day, man, we have got to do better as a people. We got to stop telling people, allowing people to think that we're going to let. That man right there, he's talking to people that think that the white man going to stop them.
We can see that in South Africa. We can see that in Rhodesia. We can see that in America. I mean, anytime the white man gives you free reign to do what you want to, you just buck, and pop out kids and resort to Trump.
It doesn't make you a loser mentality, but it's almost like you're saying I'm gonna have some wake up call because I'm saying white man ain't gonna stop me from doing some shit. What is he gonna stop me from, brother? I set up and said I'm trying to build my own shit. I didn't say I'm gonna work up the corporate ladder. You gotta listen to what I'm saying, fam. You trying to really project onto me straw man arguments like I'm saying I'm finna work and build up and be at the top of the white man shit. Not that I don't think I could if I really focused on that, but I don't want that. I want my own shit. If it means going to Africa, I'm getting my own shit, but I'm going to get it. You get what I'm saying? You shouldn't just tell people, try to down people's. This is the typical. See, this is the same shit that you hear. This is the same shit that Ice Cube and them be on. That's the same shit they was just on right here. Same shit.
Right, man. They use
Soon as this, and this is why niggas, a lot of black people don't try shit and don't do shit, because there's always a million black folks in the black community telling them why shit won't ever work. Why the white man? Man, fuck the white man. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna build? What's your okay? Look, just can you at least buy some life insurance? Can you do that? Right? Okay, you got life insurance. Okay, can you fix your credit? Okay, you did that. Can you get a skill, get a good tax return, and report over $50,000 a year in income? Now you can go borrow some money, right? That shit is defeatist, man. Get our own shit. Fuck all that, man. That's what Malcolm was on. That's what Malcolm was on. Well, you scared. You said build, but then they gonna come take it. Now you saying build and protect. So why did you say it then? I agree with that. We in agreement then. You said, well, when you build, they gonna come take it. Well, man, fuck that shit. Ain't it? Take what? Okay, so build with the mentality to protect from getting taken, right? Build some shit and get you a white boy and say it's his shit. Like, do that. Like, but build. I own it, but I'm gonna, all right, look, man, when you go to City Hall, go in there, man, I'm gonna pay you $50. Go in there and sign this up for this organization right here. I'm gonna make you an honorary member of the organization. I'm gonna give you 10 shares. I own 99%, you own 1%. Now go in there, you're a representative, you one of my members of my LLC. Go in there and sign this up. I'm not pay you a monthly stipend. That's how a boss think. Y'all have a good one, man. I'll see y'all.